name is Akil Sherman. I've been a certified trainer over 20 years, and I'm not the trainer that grew up flat stomach, small waist, in shape with a six pack. That is not my history. So today, I want to talk to you all about maintaining patience, why patience is important, as well as how to measure progress, and how to measure fat loss successfully, and how to measure progress successfully. Okay, so you say, well, what does that even mean? What I mean is, number one, patience. Let's start with patience. Listen, I am 43, okay? I just got in the best shape of my life within the last 3 years. And as I'm making this, it is January 2023. And what I want to say to people is, if you are someone over the age of 35 and you're overweight, you know, it didn't just get like that. You know, it's been 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 years of you behaving a certain way, eating certain foods, and not engaging in consistent activity, consistent exercise. And this is where you find yourself. You know, if you're a mother, then, you know, obviously the baby weight and all that stuff, and, you know, maybe not having gotten a hold of your health and fitness like you needed to in the past. Perhaps hormones are playing a part, in my ladies, and you know, for men and women over the age of 35, you just looked up and life got away from you, and all of a sudden you haven't been physically active, you haven't been making the right food choices, you haven't been getting the rest. And so my point in bringing all that to the forefront is to remind you all that when you engage in health and fitness, you know, it's a process, it's a journey. That's why we call it a fitness journey, because it has valleys and peaks. You know, it's not a straight line. And so if you are 2-3 weeks into your journey, even a month or 2 months in, you know, first of all, you're going to see some success. Not should, you will, as long as you stay the course. The rest of the story is to be patient with yourself and don't start hopping on the scale. Like if you begin on a scale daily or weekly, stop doing that. I would encourage you to only really probably look at the scale once a month, because normal fat loss is 1 or 2 pounds per week. And I want to distinguish fat loss, because let's be honest, you're looking to lose fat, not lose muscle, not lose bone. You know, we're just trying to lose body fat. So if we just think about the fact that I'm looking to lose fat, then we can be a little more patient and understand that hopping on a scale and seeing ounces of fat being lost won't be very motivational. However, if you are, you know, taking pictures, if you're doing measurements, then that will be much more exciting and motivating, and that will help you stay the course. So let's talk about what actually happens, you know, to your body during, you know, when we embark on, when we engage in fitness, engage in weight training. Okay, let me be more specific about that. 2 things happen where the scale may not move, or it may actually go up. So number one is that when you start to engage in weight training, specifically weight training, and the reason why we get sore is because there are micro tears that occur in the muscle fibers. And so when we rest, the body then repairs that. But during the reparation, when it's repairing, the body's going to hold excess water in order to allow for that process to occur. So you're going to retain some water in those early stages. Ooh, excuse me. The second thing is glycogen. Glycogen, which essentially is, just think carbohydrates, carbs / glucose. Those things help the muscles contract. Okay, without glycogen in your muscles wouldn't be able to get a good contraction. You couldn't squeeze. And so therefore, during our weight resistance activity, glycogen is being used. So your body's going to hold glycogen in the muscles, because now it's like, oh, okay, we're getting prepared for more activity. We're starting to feel the rhythm. You're engaging in consistent exercise. And so now the body starts to respond to that. So now we're holding water and glycogen in the body. And so that is why the body starts to transform, in terms of you may start to look different, feel different, your clothes fit better, but the scale may not move, or the scale may increase. You know, that's good thing. Good things are still happening though. You can't be psyched out by the little box and the number that is telling you. You know, go instead, like I said, by how your clothes fit. Like I recommend to my clients, once a week, try on the same outfit on the same day at the same time, in the same lighting, the same angles, everything the same, and do it every week, and take pictures. you can see visually that your body is changing. So actually there's a few ways to do that. So you can either just try on a pair of jeans for yourself. Like if you're just trying the jeans, you're like, oh, these are getting looser. You try on the same pair of jeans every week on the same day. Just do that at the same time. Or you could take pictures in something more revealing for yourself. For my ladies out there, sports bra, and some bottoms, guys, in their briefs, boxers, or what have you. And, take a few angles, take the front angle, the side angle, and then just compare week to week. And you'll see the difference, because a lot of times when you're engaged in a new routine, people will be able to tell before you could tell. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, because like the body loses fat from the furthest places away from the center. So you're going to see differences in your face, in your hands, in your feet first, because they're the furthest parts away from your body, and they're more bony. There's more bone than flesh in our hands and in our face, right? So we're going to see the changes there happen more quickly. So that's what I would tell you to focus on, as opposed to the scale. The other part of it is there are a lot of non-scale victories, like they call, if I was writing this out, you'd see NSVs. But non-scale victories are things like lowered blood pressure, better cholesterol, more energy, better digestion, better sleep, feeling more alert. These things that we can hear, and intellectually that you say, oh, well, that sounds like those sound good, but until you experience those things for yourself, then that's when you start to really appreciate the value of those things. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could explain more energy. And you say, okay, that sounds great. But then when you wake up and you feel more alert, and you look up and it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you still are prepared and really able to conduct the rest of your day, that's when you really start to feel the benefits. So again, those are what we call NSVs, non-scale victories. And your scale is not going to tell you that you have more energy. Your scale is not going to tell you that you have, better cholesterol. And I know there's some advanced scales out there that give you all this data, blah, 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 yakety smack. But the thing is, if the goal is fat loss, and you're only 2 or 3 weeks in, and you're looking for this magic number, and you're not seeing that number happening, you're still going to feel demotivated. You're still going to be frustrated. And that's still going to cause you to quit when you shouldn't, because you're still on the right track. That's why I'm big on encouraging clients. I talk more about creating a sustainable, healthy lifestyle than I talk about fat loss, because fat loss is just like crossing the finish line. You get the goal and then you go back to your lifestyle. But if your lifestyle hasn't changed fundamentally, then you're going to put the weight back on, because we didn't make any permanent changes. So when you're focusing on living a healthier lifestyle, the fat loss will occur in succession with that, because, we're still focused on the right thing, right? Because now being healthy is something that you are. That's your habit. That's a part of your identity, as opposed to just something that you were dabbling in to get a result. Hope that makes sense. So that's what I want to just hop on here and talk to you guys about. Hope that makes sense. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Take care.